Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Billups, and it's time for the weekly pop culture wrap-up. That's right everybody, welcome to the weekly pop culture wrap-up. It's the show where I go over the week's pop culture news, mostly comic books and movies, and it is the final pop culture wrap-up of 2018. Not a lot of news. It was Christmas week. It was the holidays. It's been the holiday season. Not a lot of news released this week, but a couple items I want to get right into, especially on the comic book side. The official solicitation for Ascender. Ascender, which is the sort of sequel to Descender by Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. It was one of my absolute favorite comic books of the last few years. I thought the finale of Descender was very strong, very fulfilling as a reader, like emotionally, and just that level of excitement, right? A great finale. And then they promised that Ascender, a follow-up book is going to be coming, and it is 100% coming. The official solicitations, it's out in spring of 2019, March or April. I don't remember, and I did not write that down. Anyway, Jeff Lemire, Dustin Nguyen, the exact same team from Descender, is taking on Ascender. It's set in the same world, but just 10 years later, and now magic runs everything. So now we know what's going on. No spoilers or nothing like that, but the machines, they're gone, and magic has taken the machine's place, and especially thematically in the series. I'm super pumped for this. Descender is one of the absolute most amazing comic book sagas of the last few years, of the last 10, 20, 30 of all time, in my opinion. One of the best space operas I have ever read. Super pumped for this. It's coming. We got the cover. We got the official solicitation. It's coming in spring 2019. Also, a little bit, I want to talk about not Image, but there was an image from Marvel Comics, a teasing Iron Man 2020. We're not silly. It's about to be 2019. We know that next year is 2020. And those of us in the know that Arno Stark is Iron Man 2020, 2020. And I'm very, very excited for this character to actually reappear. But the teaser definitely has an ominous feeling. It's got those gears for the zeros on the 2020. Dan Slott, who's doing Iron Man right now, doing a decent job of it, has been slowly building up some of this Arno Stark stuff. In fact, the last issue is pretty much an all Arno issue. I'm excited for this. When I was a kid, I loved Iron Man 2020. I love those, like, the gear cogs that are on his shoulders. I just thought it was ridiculous and crazy and fun. And I'm excited to see that character show up next year. So, are you? Let me know. Marvel released a little teaser trailer for the War of the Realms. And so basically what this teaser is it shows you a little bit of the cover from Art Adams in varying degrees. It also has a little bit of an interview with Jason Aaron and, of course, the editor. And they're explaining a little bit because this is something that's been building up. War of the Realms, we know it's coming in April. But this has been something that's been built up for years, ever since Jason Aaron started on Thor, right? Malekith is having this war that's going across all of the 10 realms, right? So Asgard and Heaven and Hell and Jotunheim and Midgard and all that stuff, right? But the war hasn't really quite hit Midgard yet. So now we understand from the trailer that the gist of this book is the war finally hitting Midgard. All the other realms have been decimated, and now the war comes to the Marvel Universe on Earth, right? So they explain that it's going to be new reader friendly. They show off a little bit of the artwork. Jason Aaron gets a little bit into what the story's going to be set up as. And I think it just looks awesome. I hope it is new reader friendly like they're promising. I would like to see Jason Aaron really nail a Marvel event. I feel like the last time he tried was Original Sin. I don't know. I will guarantee you this, though. The end of War of the Realms, which I'm fairly certain is the end of Jason Aaron's tenure on Thor, he's picking up that hammer, right? He's going to be worthy again. Absolutely. So that's comic book news. Let's get into some movie news. How about that Us trailer? Did you see it? The Jordan Peele movie that's coming out. Was it March 2019? Oh my goodness, this trailer looked amazing. It's a horror film. I don't know the actors' names, but it's Nakia and M'Baku from Black Panther. They're in a family. They go off, they're like on a vacation or something like that, and then all of a sudden these like evil twisted versions of themselves show up, and it looks so freaky, so cool, so amazing. I hear Get Out is a standout horror film. I actually still haven't seen it. It's definitely one of those ones on the list, like, you gotta watch this, Robbie, before it's too late and you don't even want to watch it anymore because it's been so long. I love Jordan Peele from, of course, Key and Peele. But that trailer for Us, whoa, if you haven't watched it, I encourage you highly to check that out. Swamp Thing picks. So we got a new Swamp Thing show on the DC Universe app, which, in my opinion, Robbie approved. Absolutely. Titans is a great show. So fun. Not a lot of comic books on there. It's cool, the selection of comic books that they have on the app. But what I really like, too, is just all these animated series. It's so fun. Like, every episode of Super Friends is there. And even though I have the majority of those on DVD, there's still some snippets here and there that I don't. So it's really fun to have the easy access to some of the DC animated series like Batman and Batman Beyond and Justice League and Superman and especially Super Friends. But it's got some fun live-action shows and a few movies. Most of us DC fans are already going to own some of this stuff in hard copies. But I really do like the app. I'm really excited about the Doom Patrol show that's coming out in February. We were talking about that last week, but I'm really pumped for Swamp Thing. We're talking about that image right there. It was shared by Lynn Wiseman, who's going to be directing the pilot. It's Alec, it's Abby. He mentioned something like about an anatomy class. Anatomy class is in session or something like that, obviously referencing the Alan Moore story, the anatomy lesson. Then there was a video that they shared on Twitter or something of them filming in a swamp, and they get like, it's at night, they got the lights going, they got the fog going. It looks great. I'm so pumped for this. I really feel like after having seen Titans, it makes me even more excited for Swamp Thing. So just, not much, just a couple images, but, something, right? IG-88, fan favorite bounty hunter from the Star Wars universe, been teased by, what's his name? I almost said Joey Fatone. What's the dude's name? Jon Favreau. Oh my goodness. Jon Favreau teased that apparently on Instagram and Twitter, something like that. He's doing the Mandalorian TV series. It's going to be set to debut on Disney+, which I believe starts at the end of 2019. I don't know if the show starts then, but I think that's when the streaming service starts. So anyway, the Mandalorian, IG-88, is one of those bounty hunters, right? So Boba Fett, IG-88, and Bosk, or is it Boss or Bosk? I don't remember. But those bounty hunters from Empire Strikes Back and whatnot, they have this aura of awesomeness about them, right? But I never know any of that. I've never read any of the Expanded Universe stuff, so I don't know how awesome IG-88 is. I just know he looks cool, and it's interesting to see if they would use that character, utilize him in this Mandalorian series. Just a little bit of news, but that's what I got for you this week. This was the last Pop Culture Wrap-Up of 2018. Almost the last video of 2018, but not quite. We are doing a live stream tonight, so join us for Robbie Rants live tonight, 7 p.m. Central Time. I have a lot of fun each week chatting with you guys, with you gals, with you people, talking about comic books, movies. We're going to be taking a look at this upcoming Wednesday's comics. We're going to be doing a little bit of show and tell of my collection here. Lots of fun stuff, talking about some news, talking about, finally, once again, our favorites of 2018, and just blazing on what we are most looking forward to in 2019. So join us for that. Of course, the weekly comic book review is going to be here late Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning, and we got a new episode of Comics Revisited this Thursday. We're going to be talking about Young Justice. Me and Brooks tackling Peter David and Todd Knox, Young Justice from 1998 and beyond. A really fun, lighthearted series. So we did a real fun, lighthearted video about it. I'm excited for you guys to check that out this Thursday. Also, be sure to join us over at the official PCP Facebook group, PCP Army. Get on there, type in PCP Army, or just check out Pop Culture Philosophers on Facebook. You can find links to it there. Thank you guys so much for your support this year. We're looking forward to continuing our growth into 2019 and bringing you more insightful, more positive, and more entertaining content about our current pop culture and how it relates to us, comic books, movies, television, music. We got a lot of exciting plans coming for you in 2019. Thanks for joining the Army. Thanks for going along for the ride. Keep on reading, keep on rocking, keep on living, keep on thinking. Thank you guys so much. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and all that other jazz. I'm Rockin Robbie. Happy New Year.